There will come a time for every single one of us, a time when the world just goes quiet and it feels like your own strength has completely walked out on you. And this philosophy, it isn't really for the easy days. It's for right then, for those moments when every single breath feels like a battle. Is the moment the Stoic trains for. So today, we're diving deep into the Stoic discipline of endurance. We're going to break down how this ancient philosophy can give you the power not just to survive, but to stand totally unbroken when it matters the most. So, what is this endurance, really? To the Stoics, it was nothing less than the ultimate test of the soul. See, this has nothing to do with how much pain you can take. It's not about gritting your teeth. It's about a totally different kind of strength. A sort of inner stillness that stays unshaken, no matter what kind of storm is raging on the outside. I mean, think about it. Anyone can be calm and collected when life is going great, but that's not a real test of character, is it? The Stoics knew that real strength, true endurance, only shows up when everything falls apart, and yet somehow you remain centered. And look, this wasn't some abstract theory for them. These guys lived it. Epictetus was born a slave. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, faced constant war, betrayal, and the loss of his children. Seneca, a famous advisor, was ordered to take his own life. They forged this philosophy in the fires of unbelievable hardship. And for them, endurance wasn't just about being tough, it was about being free. Free from the grip of your pain, your fear, your circumstances. Because at the end of the day, true freedom, that's self-mastery. So, how do we get there? How do we actually achieve this self-mastery? Well, the Stoics had this powerful metaphor for it: the fire within. Now, this is a complete 180 from how we usually think about things. We see hardship as something that wears us down, something that puts out our flame. But for the Stoics, it's the exact opposite. Every single challenge is just more fuel for the fire. Seneca put it perfectly. Just like fire purifies gold by burning away the impurities, suffering, it purifies our character. It burns away our illusions, our weaknesses, our little fears. And what's left behind is something stronger, something clearer, something more true. And this is the profound shift in perspective. You stop trying to fight the storm. You stop running from it. Instead, you work on building an inner stability that's so deep, so grounded, that you become the mountain, unshakable, permanent, and just able to outlast whatever life throws at you. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me, or when is this finally going to end, the Stoic asks this question. It's a game changer. It turns you from a passive victim into an active participant in your own growth. It reframes every single obstacle as an opportunity. And that reframing of obstacles, that leads us right to the heart of the philosophy, finding meaning in suffering. How do you turn pain from a curse into a lesson? You really have two paths you can take here. For the ordinary mind, suffering just feels like random, pointless cruelty. But for the Stoic mind, it's instruction. It's life itself trying to teach you something, but in a language that only courage and attention can really understand. And here's the blunt, no-nonsense application from the emperor himself. Complaining, it doesn't change a thing. All it does is add another layer of self-inflicted misery on top of everything else. The real work isn't to wish the burden away, but to find the strength to carry it. So what are these lessons exactly? The Stoics believed that every hardship contains these hidden seeds of virtue. The long, slow grind of a difficult project teaches you patience. A sudden loss can crack your heart open, revealing a deeper capacity for compassion. A public failure forces you to confront your ego, and that teaches you humility. If you let it, every single hardship can lead you to wisdom. Nothing is wasted. Okay, so that's the theory. But how do we actually put this into practice? How do we start becoming the mountain? Our natural instinct, right, when we're faced with pain or fear, is to run, to distract ourselves, to numb it, to do anything to get away from it. The Stoic practice is the exact opposite. It's an act of supreme courage, to just stay. Here's a really simple process for it. First, just sit with the feeling. Acknowledge it's there without judging it. Second, breathe through it. Anchor yourself in this present moment. And third, and this is the hardest part, you have to surrender. You have to let the experience carve you into something greater. And this is the ultimate transformation. This is what it's all about.
you eventually reach a point where you're no longer just the person withstanding the hardship. Your strength, your resilience, your character, all of it forged in that fire, it becomes your very essence. You actually embody the strength you were once looking for.
You have to remember this: external events have no real power over your inner self. Nothing and no one can break you without your consent. That power is always yours. This isn't about some loud, chest-thumping display of toughness. It's a quiet, deep, unshakable peace. The strength to face whatever comes with dignity and with calm. That is the discipline of endurance. And that kind of strength, well, that's eternal.